Let's begin with the hardest truth no one wants to hear. Your body is not broken. It is obedient. It obeys the commands you give it through food, thoughts, habits, silence, and excess. And so, if your body is in chaos, it is not the enemy. It is the messenger. It is the signal fire screaming through fatigue, anxiety, inflammation, laziness, and despair. You have abandoned your post. We live in a world where everyone blames the body and no one commands it. We outsource our strength to pills, we sedate discomfort with sugar, we run from the mirror with screens. And when the body collapses from chronic stress, disease, and emotional decay, we whisper, "I don't know what's wrong with me." But what if the body doesn't need to be fixed? What if it simply needs to be led? The Stoics believed that the mind and body are not separate, but one field of battle. To heal one, you must discipline both. And when you follow the right principles, sharp, unshakable, and fierce, the body begins to return to its natural state. Clarity, strength, calm, command. So, today we do not offer shortcuts. We offer rules, 10 rules. And if you dare to follow them, truly, without compromise, the body will begin to cure itself. Not because of magic, but because you will finally stop getting in its way. Sword and sticks. Rule 1. Fast from the noise that poisons the nervous system. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. Marcus Aurelius, Meditations 8.47. Noise is not just volume, it's stimulation, it's chaos, it's input without purpose. We are not exhausted from doing too little. We are exhausted from never stopping the flow of input, notifications, advertisements, drama, dopamine, doom scrolling, noise. And the body cannot heal when it is constantly in defense mode. The Stoics mastered the art of inner retreat. Marcus Aurelius wrote that people seek retreats for themselves, in the country, by the sea, yet the best retreat is into oneself. Your nervous system is not inflamed, not because of weakness, but because you have forgotten how to withdraw. Action. Every day, carve out 1 hour of deliberate silence. No phone, no screen, no noise. Just you, your thoughts, your discomfort, and your command. Healing begins when the nervous system is no longer under siege. Sword and sticks. Rule 2. Cleanse the mind by training the body. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Epictetus. Modern weakness starts with a divided soul. We think we can read philosophy while living in disarray. We say, "I want peace," while neglecting our body like a trash bin. But the Stoic knew, the body and mind are mirrors. What you do with one reflects in the other. Training the body is not vanity, it is self-alignment. Seneca wrote, "It is disgraceful for a man to grow old in self-indulgence without ever seeing what his body is capable of." Physical weakness leads to emotional fragility. Movement sharpens thought. Stillness follows structure. Action. Move your body daily, not for image, for alignment. Walk, lift, train, endure. When you teach the body to obey, the mind follows. Sword and sticks. Rule 3. Fast for clarity, not for trend. We must undergo a hard winter training and not rush into things for which we haven't prepared. Epictetus. Fasting has become a biohack, but to the Stoic, it was something far greater, a declaration of freedom. When you fast, you are not just withholding food, you are reclaiming dominance over desire. You are telling your primal instincts, "You serve me, I do not serve you." Modern people are chronically inflamed, foggy, irritable, not because of disease, but because of excess. Too much eating, too often, too mindlessly. But clarity returns when the digestive system is relieved, when the bloodstream is cleaned, when hunger is used as a tool, not feared like an enemy. Action. Begin with 16 hours of daily fasting. Hydrate. Feel the discomfort. Welcome it. Let it train you. You do not need another snack. You need to remember what real hunger feels like. Hunger makes a man sharp. Weakness is fed by convenience. Swords 4. Reclaim your sleep as a sacred ritual. You cannot build discipline on broken sleep. We try to fix our energy with caffeine, but what if fatigue is not a flaw? What if it's a message? Sleep is where the body rebuilds, where memory is encoded, where stress is washed clean by the night tide. But your sleep is not broken because you are lazy. It's broken because you treat rest like an afterthought. You stare at artificial light, you overstimulate, you drown in blue screens and expect peace. The Stoics taught order, routine, calm, and that includes the evening. Action. Set a sacred hour, 1 hour before sleep. No screen, no input, no noise. Read a page of ancient philosophy. Breathe. Let the system wind down. You are not a machine. Stop acting like one. Swords 5. Let go of resentment. The immune system feels what you carry. The immune system is not just biological, it's philosophical. Chronic resentment is a poison the body drinks daily. Bitterness is not an attitude, it is a toxin. And your immune system suffers from what your soul refuses to release. Every time you replay what someone did to you, you drain energy that should be used for healing. Every time you hold on to anger, your cells constrict, you invite inflammation, you exhaust the inner healer. Seneca taught that anger is a temporary madness, and yet many people live in it permanently. Let go. Not because they deserve forgiveness, but because you deserve to heal. Action. Write one resentment every day. Then write what it has cost your body. Then burn the paper, tear it, destroy it, and breathe. You are not made for hate. You are made for clarity. Swords 6. Expose yourself to cold and discomfort, or die in a warm lie. There is a quiet war happening beneath your skin. Every time you choose comfort over effort, your body forgets how to adapt. Every time you avoid discomfort, your spirit forgets how to lead. The Stoics understood that strength is not created in ideal conditions. It is forged by exposing oneself to nature, hardship, and cold. We live in climate-controlled prisons, heated seats, air-conditioned rooms, soft beds, warm showers. But all this warmth is not a luxury, it's a trap. Your mitochondria, the energy makers of your cells, shrink under excess comfort. Your immune response weakens, your ability to endure decays. Why? Because you've insulated yourself from nature, and nature is the greatest teacher of strength. Cold is not your enemy. It is your ally. It demands breath control, nervous system stability. It restores circulation, burns fat, awakens the warrior. Action. Take cold showers daily. Step outside without overbundling. Breathe in discomfort. The body will awaken, the mind will follow. You don't need motivation. You need exposure. Softness kills silently. Hardship trains loudly. Swords 7. Protect the gut as you would the mind. Here's what no one wants to admit. Most of your thoughts are not thoughts. They are signals from your gut. An inflamed gut leads to inflamed thoughts. Chronic bloating, anxiety, processed food, depression, artificial sugar, brain fog. You may think you're undisciplined, but maybe you're just digestively poisoned. Modern science now confirms what ancient philosophy intuited. The gut is the second brain. Over 90% of serotonin, your body's feel-good chemical, is made in the gut, but we treat our digestive system like a dumping ground. Ultra-processed foods, alcohol, late-night binging, constant snacking. And then we wonder why we can't focus, why we snap at loved ones, why our skin is inflamed, our joints ache, and our minds spiral. The Stoics saw food not as pleasure, but as fuel for reason. Epictetus, we must not merely eat to live, but eat to think clearly. Action. Cut sugar, cut seed oils, cut excess. Prioritize fermented foods, bitter greens, clean fats, and slow eating. Chew with presence, taste with restraint. Heal the gut, and your thoughts will return to you. Rule 8. Own your time like a Stoic owns his will. No pill, no supplement, no exercise can save you if your time is enslaved. Time is your only currency, and most people spend it like beggars in a casino, on gossip, scrolling, noise, and distraction. But the Stoic did not trade his time. He commanded it. You want the body to heal? Then give it space. Space to sleep, to move, to digest, to think, to realign. But if your calendar is owned by others, if your first hour belongs to a screen, if your mind is hijacked by dopamine loops, your body will remain trapped. Seneca said, "Life is long if you know how to use it." Action. Take back your mornings. No screen for the first hour. No social media before the mind has been trained. Journal, move, read, sit in silence. Decide who you are before the world does it for you. Healing happens in the margins. Guard your time or you'll bleed energy through 1,000 cuts. Rule 9. Cut stimulation to regain sensation. Why do you feel nothing? You eat food, but it doesn't satisfy. You scroll endlessly, but remain empty. You sleep, but wake up exhausted. You hear music, but it no longer moves you. This is not depression. This is overstimulation. This is the consequence of feeding every pleasure until nothing has flavor. The body was not made for infinite novelty. It was made for rhythm, repetition, simplicity. When you overstimulate the brain, it numbs the body. You were not born to constantly consume. You were born to experience. But experience is only possible when the senses are clean. To heal the body, you must fast from stimulation. Action. No phone after sunset. 1 day a week offline. Walk without headphones. Train without music. Sit with your food. Taste it. Smell the air. Feel the sun. Stop numbing. Start noticing. The pleasure you seek will return, but only after you subtract the poison of overstimulation. Rule 10. Live as if death stands behind you. You think you have time. You think healing can wait. Discipline can wait. Resentment can be carried one more day. Anger can stay one more night. A clean body, a calm mind, It can wait. But the Stoics trained in one truth above all. Memento mori, remember that you will die. Not to scare, but to clarify, to sharpen the edge of each decision. You are not promised another sunrise. You are not guaranteed a second chance. Every choice is either a rehearsal of death or a celebration of life. If you lived like you were dying, you would eat differently, move differently, speak differently, forgive faster, sleep deeper, scroll less, feel more. Healing does not begin with medicine. It begins with a reason. And what greater reason is there than this? You have one life, and the body is not your prison. It is your temple, your battlefield, your legacy. Clean it, command it, discipline it, not because you hate yourself, but because you finally love yourself enough to fight for it. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Action. Write your death every morning. I may not see the night. Then live with the urgency of a man on fire for meaning. We do not fix the body, we remove what blocks it. The body wants to heal. It always has. But it cannot do so under noise, sugar, resentment, sloth, overstimulation, and avoidance. The Stoics never sought immortality, they sought command. So if you want the body to cure itself, do not ask for miracles, ask for discipline. Do not wait for motivation, wait for silence. And when it comes, act, rise, endure. We are not our pain, we are not our fatigue, we are not our weakness. We are the quiet flame that rises despite it. And when you follow these 10 rules, not just once, but daily, repeatedly, with reverence and defiance, the body will begin to remember its ancient design. Not comfort, not ease, not escape. Fortitude, fire, focus, freedom.